Guten Tag alle, Herr Wallace here. Today we're going to talk about cases in German and how to identify them. And specifically, we're also going to look at adjective endings and how best to find the correct adjective ending for whatever noun you're looking at. So the first thing I do when I'm teaching this is to make sure we go over this chart, which shows the three major cases minus the genitive case, which we will work in a later video. So the nominative case, or the subject case, if you will, is used for when the noun is the subject of the sentence, or it comes in the predicate nominative, what we call it in English, basically after a conjugation of the verb sein. It could be the present tense, such as ist or bin or bist. It could also be in the past tense, like war or warst. The accusative or direct object case is for when a noun is the direct object of a sentence. It receives the action of the verb. So I see the dog. What am I seeing? The dog. Direct object, accusative. It's also used or comes after accusative prepositions, which in German some of these are durch, für, gegen, ohne, and if you don't know these, I encourage you to watch our video over accusative prepositions. And then, of course, the dative, which is the indirect object case, or comes after dative prepositions. And again, we have videos over those, but some of those are prepositions such as aus, außer, bei, mit, nach Zeit, von, und zu. So I have come up with what I think is the easiest way to get to this correct. Once you have this chart solid in your mind, the correct adjective ending, and hopefully the more you do this, the less you think about it, and therefore the adjective endings just come. So first of all, you have to determine the case of the noun that the adjective is describing. So is that noun that you're describing, is it nominative, accusative, or dative case? This will give you the part of the chart or the row of the chart on which you must focus. The second question you want to ask is determine if you are using a definite article, such as der, die, das, den, dem, or are you using an indefinite article? This could be ein or any of the possessive pronouns. Also kein. Okay. And thirdly, you have to know the original gender of the noun that is involved. And this is why, another reason why, extremely important for when you learn German vocabulary, that you learn its gender, whether it's masculine, feminine, or neuter. So here we go. If I have the example, ich sehe ein alt Hund, and I want to say I see an old dog, first question I ask myself is dog here, Hund, is it nominative, accusative, or dative? And when I ask that question, the answer I get is that it's a direct object. I see what? An old dog, so it's a direct object. This tells me that my answer is accusative. Okay, so that the dog is in the accusative case. Second question I ask myself is, are we using a definite article or an indefinite article? And in this case, we're using an indefinite article, ein. So this tells me that my answer has to be in this last section of the chart. And then the final question is, what is dog? Is it masculine, feminine, or neuter? Originally, dog is der Hund. So this tells me that my answer is going to be einen alten, so I just fill in the endings. Ich sehe einen alten Hund. Now, using this method, you can get all of this correct. So let's take some examples here. I have a new computer. So what is computer? Well, it's accusative because it is the direct object of the sentence. Are we using a definite or indefinite article? We're using an indefinite article, ein. And since computer is a masculine noun, the answer is going to be ich habe einen neuen Computer. Let's look at another example. A fast car has driven by. So here, car is the subject of the sentence, so my answer is going to be nominative. Car, auto here, is a nominative case. So then we ask ourselves, are we using a definite or indefinite article? And we're using an indefinite article, ein. And the last question, what was auto originally? It was a das or neuter noun, so our ending on schnell will also be s. Ein schnelles Auto ist vorbeigefahren. Okay, let's look at another example. The new Batman is not so good. So here Batman is the subject, so nominative. It is a definite article, der, and Batman was a masculine noun to start with, so our ending is going to be an E. Der neue Batman ist nicht so gut. Okay, another example. He has come with a new friend. So here we have mit. Mit, we automatically know, is a dative preposition, so our answer is going to be dative. Second question, is it definite or indefinite? And we're using ein, so it's indefinite. And Freund is originally a masculine noun, so this means that our endings are going to be er ist mit einem neuen Freund gekommen. Another example, he lives in the big pretty house. Okay, here it's a little bit more complicated because of the preposition in. This preposition belongs to a group of prepositions in German that can be accusative or dative. So you have to ask yourself, is it telling where something is located at, in which case it would be dative, or is it telling where you're going to, in which case it would be accusative? And the key to that is the verb. So here our verb is wohnen, and so it's not really movement or action, so we're thinking dative. This is where he lives. This is where he's located at. So dative would be our answer. And then we're asking ourselves, is it a definite or indefinite article? And here it is a definite article. And then the last question is, what is house? It's a das word. So it's going to be in dem großen schönen Haus. Er wohnt in dem großen schönen Haus. Okay, another example. Is she the prettiest lady in the school? Okay, we have two here. We have the lady and we have the school, so we have to use our three-step solution for both nouns. Let's start with the lady. The lady in this sentence is going to be nominative because she is this basically coming after the conjugation of the verb sein, in this case ist, and so it's nominative. And we're using a definite article because we have die there. So the ending on schönst is going to be an E. So die schönste Frau. Ist sie die schönste Frau? Now we use the preposition in again, which can be accusative or dative. Since we're talking about where the pretty lady is located at, it's dative. And so we're going to use the dative. It's a definite article because we're saying in the school. And in the dative, die changes to der. So therefore, der Schule. So altogether, ist sie die schönste Frau in der Schule? Okay. Notice also that Frau and Schule here are capitalized. All German nouns are capitalized. This is unlike in English, where we only capitalize proper nouns. Okay, another example. So, who has stolen the new pencil? We ask ourselves, what is pencil here? It is the direct object, so accusative. Second question, is it a definite article? It is. And Bleistift is a masculine noun, so our answer is going to be, wer hat den neuen Bleistift gestohlen? Okay, here we come to example number 8. I have given a black cat the mouse. So, what did I give? The mouse, direct object. To whom? The cat, indirect object, and indirect objects are dative. Now we ask ourselves, is it a definite article or indefinite article? We're using ein here, so it's an indefinite article. And Katze is a feminine noun. So, altogether here, we know then that our answer is going to be, ich habe einer schwarzen Katze die Maus gegeben. Alright, let's do another example. At all times here, you can stop and this video and try it on your own, and then use the method and see if you can follow it. Okay, so here we have, do you have an old sister? Hast du eine ältere Schwester? So, do you have an older sister? So here we're going to say that it's accusative, because do you have what? An older sister. It's a direct object. Then we're going to use an indefinite article, ein. And since Schwester was originally a feminine noun, hast du eine ältere Schwester? Okay, Nummer 10. That is not the whole truth. So this case, the noun comes after a conjugation of sein, ist. So we're going to say nominative. Okay, is it a definite article? Yes, you're using the, die. So then the answer is, Wahrheit was originally a feminine noun, so das ist nicht die ganze Wahrheit. Another example. He is wearing a blue shirt. What is he wearing? Shirt. Direct object. Is it a or the blue shirt? A. And shirt itself is a das word. So the ending is going to be er trägt ein blaues Hemd. Another example. Nummer 12. Was hast du mit mein Deutsch Fahne gemacht? So, what have you done with my German flag? So, mit is dative. And since we're going to say mine is like a possessive pronoun. So it's an indefinite article, just like ein. And then you're going to, the flag was originally a feminine noun, die Fahne. So, was hast du mit meiner deutschen Fahne gemacht? I have lost my old notebook. What have you lost? Notebook. Direct object. Accusative. Mine, just like ein. And then Heft was originally a neuter noun. So, ich habe mein altes Heft verloren. Nummer 14. Can you loan me your blue pen? Okay, what can you loan? Blue pen. Accusative. You're saying your, which is a possessive pronoun, which acts just like ein. Kuli is a masculine noun, so we're going to say, kannst du mir deinen blauen Kuli leihen? 15. You are my best friend. Okay, so you are my best girlfriend, basically. So here comes after a conjugation of the verb sein, bist, making it nominative. We're going to use mein, which is just like an indefinite article, ein. And Freundin is originally a feminine noun, so du bist meine beste Freundin. Okay, Nummer 16. I have won a big prize. What have I won? Prize, direct object, accusative. Ein, indefinite article. Prize is masculine, so ich habe einen großen Preis gewonnen. 17. He is leaning against the old table. Here we're using the preposition gegen, accusative. Tisch is, we were saying the old table, so it's a definite article. And then der Tisch changes to den, so we have, and then the adjective en, so lehnt gegen den alten Tisch. He's leaning against the old table. Okay, what should I do with a broken pen? Okay, so mit, dative. Ein, indefinite article. Kuli is originally masculine. Mit einem gebrochenen Kuli. Was soll ich mit einem gebrochenen Kuli machen? Nummer 19. Now here we have two again. He has given a new friend the big book. So what has he given? The book, that's a direct object. But let's start with friend. The friend here is the indirect object, so it's dative. And then we are using an indefinite article, ein. So, and we are going to Freund, which is a masculine noun. So our answer there for the indirect object rather is going to be hat einen neuen Freund. What did he give? A book. That's accusative. It's a definite article, das. So the ending on groß will be an e. So altogether, hat einem neuen Freund das große Buch gegeben. Nummer 20, and our last example on this video. That is not my red car. So here comes after a conjugation of the verb sein, ist, nominative, using an indefinite or possessive pronoun mein, which is just like ein. Auto is a das word, so our ending is, das ist nicht mein rotes Auto. So I hope that following this three-step process and knowing this chart, you will be able to correctly surmise the correct adjective endings and changes to the definite and indefinite article for any German noun. So, vielen Dank für das Zuschauen. I hope that it was helpful. Auf Wiedersehen.